Google Calendar can be really helpful when you're trying to keep things organized and straight and planned out. So this is what Google Calendar looks like, and you can access it from the apps menu. You can also go to calendar.google.com. You can search for it. So all the G Suite tools are very similar. But once you get here, this is kind of what it defaults to. So you can also just click for today. I only want to see what's going on. You can change, right, the month here because it's going by month. And this is where you can change how you see it. So if you only want to look at the day, you can do it that way. You can look at it by the week, so you can kind of keep everything straight. You can continue with the month. You can do year. And then things are highlighted based on what's in Google Classroom. So I tend to default to the month because it just gives me a better idea. When things get too full, I usually will switch to the week. Okay, you also have your month view here. So here's my calendars, right? So it gives me just my calendar, and then it allows me to add birthdays and reminders and tasks. And so you can easily just uncheck those if you don't want to see them. If you do want to see them, you would just leave them checked. You can also change the color so that things are different if you don't want them to be similar colors, or sometimes, especially in Google Classroom, because Classroom decides its color by the banner. And so sometimes you might have classes that are the same colors. So you can easily change it in Calendar to be whatever color you want. It won't change it in Classroom, but it will change it on your calendar to kind of keep things separated. So I know like all the orange ones are for this class, and I can change my other ones. Okay, so you have your calendars, and then here's other calendars. So these are just ones that, so like when you're a student in a classroom, in a Google Classroom, they would be listed under here. And then also this one just defaults the holiday, so I can uncheck that if I want. If you want to change some things, you would go to the menu, those three dots that come up when you're hovering over that calendar. And so we'll take a look at what you can do with a calendar that doesn't belong to yours. So you can change the color again. You can hide it from the list if you're like, you know what, I don't really want to see it. And you can say display this one only. And then you can also go into the settings, I would imagine. So you can rename this if this doesn't help you. And again, you're only changing yours. You're not changing everybody's. And it doesn't give you a whole lot of options, but you can unsubscribe. So if it's an older class, like a class that you had last year, and the teacher hasn't archived the class or removed you from it, or it might still be there, this is how to kind of clean it up. So I don't want to see this calendar anymore. You would click on unsubscribe. Okay. And then, so you have more options when you own the calendar. And so you can change the name of your calendar. You can export it. You can make it available to the public if you want. You can even just share a calendar with somebody. So maybe a parent or something like that. So then, and that's where you would do this. Here they would need a Gmail account, I believe. And then that way they can see what your calendar looks like. So if you're putting in what you have to do, instead of showing them all the time, you can just share the calendar and they can see it on their own. Okay, if you want to create something, so I know so maybe I have, let's just do like, so I know I have cross-country practice on Monday. It's not all day, right? We're going to say, and I don't know how long they practice for, but let's say they start at 3 and they go until, let's do 4:30. And you can even have it repeat. So if you know you have practice on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, And then you can tell it when it's going to end. So whenever this season ends, and maybe that's going to be, let's just do the end of the semester, right? I think our last day is the 23rd. And then if I hit done, now I can go in and I can put notifications in if I need to remember, because this is something I'm not necessarily used to. And I'm going to give myself a 30-minute notification. And you can add multiple, right? You can even do it one day before. So I remember I need to pack my bag and do that. You can invite others to go to, the practice as well. So, and then I'm going to save this, and it's going to pop up on my calendar for the rest of the year, or for the rest of the semester, the way that I had it set up. And then you can also just go in, and if you need to edit one because it's been canceled for whatever reason, there was snow or something like that, you can delete or you can edit. And when you do click delete, you can say, I just want to delete this one or all of them, right? I can delete all or any ones after this date. And so that's how you can kind of play with creating an event.